And we have concluded that U.S. China relations are really at a crossroads, and the trends are worrisome, that we do appear to be headed for a kind of rivalry. Competition in and of itself is not to be feared, that's normal, but that there's some elements of a kind of Cold War situation, so we're headed in that direction, even a possible risk of military conflict over one of the situations in Asia. And if we can't figure out a way to bring the relationship back to a more constructive and positive path, we may lose the chance to do that in the future. The problem is not China's rise per se. The problem is not China's growing power and influence. We believe that we can handle that. It's not antithetical to U.S. interests, and it may even offer some very positive possibilities for the world and for the United States. The problem is that some of China's actions are harming the interests of the United States and our allies and friends, and that the problems began to appear most clearly after the global financial crisis in 2008. And the three biggest problems that we identify are that first, China's become more assertive in Asia, especially because of this kind of fixation it has on its maritime sovereignty claims in the South China Sea and East China Sea. Second, in its economic policy, it has become more mercantilist, more protectionist, in ways that discriminate against foreign firms, including American companies. And third, it's become more authoritarian in its domestic politics, and the human rights practices that we have been, of course, as Americans, very concerned about for many, many years, are now targeting us and other foreign organizations and individuals directly, and are interfering with the unfettered connections that are so important, the unfettered connections between our two societies, by restrictions on foreign NGOs, denying entry to our information firms, our journalists, some journalists and academics who say and write things that the Chinese Communist Party doesn't like. This is an effort to keep out Western influences in a country which at the same time is highly integrated economically into the world.